Without further ado, am I correct? I believe that earlier on this evening, it may seem like 4 or 5 hours ago, you selected, unbeknownst to any of us in this room, a date. You wrote that date down, and that's good. You have that on a piece of paper. And I believe, and I don't want you to even say it or repeat it, but I do believe you selected a date. Am I right? You selected a date earlier. And I have a deck of cards. A deck of cards with very large faces printed on the front. So even those of elderly years, such as myself, can read the faces. Shuffling up the deck so that hopefully these cards are as mixed up as I am. I'm going to ask, if I may, and please note, I'm not selecting the aisle folks because I'm seeking to cause them more stress and feel as if they're in an emergency or disaster. No, in fact, I'm selecting the aisle because it's easier to access. So I'm going to ask, if you will, just to say stop at any time. Very good. I'm going to ask you, please, without looking, to remove that card, just set it down. Yes, face down. You could have had any card in the deck. That was the card you selected at random. Is that correct? And you selected a date at random, and you selected a year at random. Now, I'm going to ask, if I may I ask you to come forward? Is that okay? Sure. Thank you. I'll have you rise up before time and in these days. Please, a round of applause for our colleagues. May I hand you this marker? Okay. Thank you. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you in a moment, I'll have folks call out a number, and then I'm going to have you write a number into that box. And I'll just give you random numbers. But I'm going to have members of our group call out these numbers, the space number, okay? So I'm going to ask somebody, if they will, please, to call out a space number. 11. Space number 11. I'm going to ask you, if you will, 11, if you'll put in 603. And how about another space?
5.
I'm sorry?
5.
5. Space 5. Would you please put in 587? How about another space?
7.
7. We'll concentrate on that. Number 7, what I want you to do, if you will, is please put 435. Another space.
13.
I'm sorry?
13.
13. I'm going to ask you, please, on 13, if you'll put 702. 1. I'm going to ask you, please, to put 534. Another space, please.
15.
15. Please put 212.
2.
2. 405. Very good. If you want 3, how about 3? 686. How about 4? How about 311? How about 9? 113. Please, other numbers. I'm just throwing them out there. But
14.
Number 14, if you will. 14, how about 6? 33.
8.
Number 8, how about 504?
16.
16, how about 389?
6.
How about for 6? 6, how about 410? 10, how about 488? What have we got left? 12. If we have 12 left, how about 732? Okay, now, random numbers that have just been filled in. Interestingly enough, you selected a date. We have no idea what your date is. Is that correct? Very good. Now I'm going to ask, does someone have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone has a cell phone, would you please do me a favor, and would you please add these numbers, 4 numbers across, and tell our colleague what number that comes up to. Okay, if you'll please put 1,936. Excellent. Would you please add this column across? 1936. Would you please add this column down? And tell us what this adds up to, straight down. 1936. Would you please add this diagonal across and tell us what it adds up to? 1936. Would you tell us what this diagonal adds up to? $1936. Would you please add these 4 numbers together and tell us? Yes. How about these 4? Yes. How about these 4 in the center? 1936. Would you please announce out loud and hold up your piece of paper and tell us what date you thought of, what year, at random?
You there? 1936.
1936. Thank you. Now I'm going to ask, you have a calendar that you're holding on to, yes? I'll have you please remove the rubber band. And then I'm going to ask you to open the calendar, and as you leaf through, you're going to find something very interesting inside the calendar. Every date has a playing card written in the space randomly. They're in random, totally shuffled deck order, am I right? Now, you selected a date. I don't remember what it was. What was the date you selected? September 25th. I'm going to ask you please to turn to September 24th. I want you to turn to September 24th. September 24th, would you please tell us what the card would have been had you selected September 24th?
The 7 of spades.
7 of spades. But you did not select September 24th, did you? No. I'm going to ask you now, if you will, please to tell us what the card would have been if you selected September 26th?
8 of clubs.
8 of clubs. But you selected September 25th, is that correct?
Yeah.
Would you please tell us what card is there at September 25th?
4 of diamonds.
4 of diamonds. Now, we shuffled a deck of cards. At random, you selected a card from this shuffled deck. 1936. Speaking of disasters, we were cruising into World War II. Much was happening. You selected a card at random from this deck that had been shuffled. You selected a date at random, and when you did, you selected September 25th. The card randomly written, there was a 4 of diamonds. Would you please tell us now, and hold up your card, what was the card you selected at random?
No.
It was a pleasure to be here tonight. tonight. Thank you all for allowing me to share with you medical legal issues in disaster situations. Thank you. Thank you.